Hey everyone, it's your coach Katelyn, and today's message is how to find your message when nothing monumental or tragic has happened to you. And that may sound a little weird, but once I share my story and you'll get where I'm coming from. So a few years ago when I was really stressed out at work and I was traveling a lot and just not really sure if that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, I started to really sit down and look at what I did want to do with my life. And the one thing that kept coming up was that I wanted to help people, but that's pretty general. What did I want to do with that? How did I want to help people? And at the time, obviously, because I was super stressed out and kind of probably borderline depressed at the time, I was reading a lot of self-empowerment books, and I learned so much during that time, and I'm so grateful for it. But so many of the books I was reading, I was so impressed and taken with these authors' messages. But a lot of times it was, they might have been writing about that, like some real tragedy that happened to them, or some horrific act of violence they lived through, or an awful disease or a near-death experience or anything like that. And I kept, while I loved these messages, I kept feeling like, what is my message? What do I want to put out to the world? How do I want to help people? And so I kept, not obviously that I wanted anything like that to happen to me, but even though I had been through a lot of, stress in my day-to-day life, and we all have, nothing awful had ever happened to me in my life. There wasn't any giant mess I could have that I could turn into my message. And so my advice to you, if you feel like that, is that if you're someone that wants to help people, just start helping people. That is the way to let your message form. You almost don't need a message. If you want to help people, just do what you can. And if there's nothing grandiose that you have right now to help people, just help people as much as you can in day-to-day ways. Start with your family. Start with, being the one to come in with a good attitude and a smiling face when you go into work each day. Find little things throughout the day to help people. And what I found in the past couple years is that my message really did develop the more I connected with what was real and raw and vulnerable about me. So much of what I share with my coaches and customers are my own personal struggles and what I've learned out of those, just like I am now. And so part of my message here today is that we all have a message. We all have something special about us that the world needs to hear. So I think the first step in finding your message is just believing that you have a message and believing in your value and your worth, and that there is something about you that is unique. So in developing your message and your purpose, if you're somebody who's driven to do that, I think a good place to start is just sharing your struggles, using that to help people. Look at ways that you're already helping and inspiring people. What are you good at? What are you able to teach people? And use those to help empower others and inspire others. And so anything along those lines will help you in time develop what your message is and what your true purpose is. And like I said, we all have one. So my message to you today is that you do, whether you know specifically what it is or not, you have a message and you have a worth and you have a value here. So just start sharing, connect to what feels real to you, connect what feels meaningful to you, and your message and your purpose will develop over time. And in the meantime, you'll be doing amazing things in this world. So good luck, and share below if you have any great experiences with, developing your message, developing your purpose, and helping people along the way. Good luck.